It's live!
Wow, hey everyone, Bruno, Lockie, and we have a special guest, Stephen Harris, co-founder and lead game designer at Ninja Kiwi. Welcome,
Cheers, man.
Stephen.
That's awesome to finally be on here.
Thanks for joining us, man. This is amazing.
Been really enjoying your vids and what you've been doing with the channel. It's been a meteoric rise to fame, and I'm wholly behind everything you guys have been doing.
Awesome, man.
Thank you so much, and thank you for all the support. Our viewers love the Ninja Kiwi t-shirts and all the cool things that Ninja Kiwi provides.
We couldn't do that without
prizes.
you guys. Definitely.
Yes. So we're here to talk about the new update.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of stuff posted on Facebook and all that things about what the update is. It's obviously a card battles component to BTD Battles.
We can see Bruno's going through a deck at the moment.
Right. Well, let's.
I think it's quite good that they keep it fair.
Yeah. We could even dive in and play around.
Right.
Yep.
Shall we
Shall
jump
we do
into White Wasteland?
Let's go for it.
No. Because there'll only be us two, we should find a game pretty quickly, but
Yeah.
I'm on the lookout as well,
So go out and in?
I'll back out. But yeah.
We're playing on
Yeah,
the
that should work.
test
Alright.
service today. It's pretty much the day before release.
Yeah, it's
So
getting close. So we're all very excited.
Very exciting.
We can wait to see what people think about it and play it.
Yeah. So Bruno and Stephen are playing the first match. On the lookout, hanging around.
Because of our different battle scores and win-loss and stuff, it'll probably take a while to match, but we've got a match, so
There we go.
we'll just play casually in the background while
While
you
we
fire
chat.
some
Do you have some
questions?
and chat about whatever.
We have a few questions prepared.
I think this. Okay.
You happy with your deck?
I'm gonna go with this deck I just built this morning in about like 20 seconds, so it's gonna be
Wow.
a bit silly.
Do you have water towers? Would you advise taking them out quickly, or you'd
No,
be
I'll
happy
just use the Bloons.
you'd use the balloons to
That's a
set?
good thing.
Oh
If you're
no,
gonna-
you're gonna use
I have-
camel leads and all the
Yeah.
stuff from the reactors.
The reactor,
Alright.
the reactor has a nice camo lead scent.
Okay.
Definitely.
I have the best starting tower.
Oh, the 0-0
You
dart
got
monkey.
it. Yeah.
The secret OP strategy.
It's a bit of
Yes.
a classic, the old 0-0 Dart Monkey. I had to go in just for sort of posterity, and the sake of tradition.
Actually, a little question that we didn't prepare earlier, but I just remembered. I saw a comment. Someone was wondering if there would be a card with a camo regen red on it at some point. It seems there's a history of.
I watched Isab's video, and he said that that was already in the game, but it was just missing the camo.
And the region.
Okay.
That would be it would be hilarious, but we kind of want to probably just, at least for the first little while, keep the game a little more serious and to the point. That sounds more like an Easter egg or like a special event type card, you know, that maybe you'd have to earn through some sort of challenge.
We may see it one day. It's possible.
I won't say it's not
Okay,
possible.
it's not, okay, that sounds good.
I'm just going to trash a few cards here.
Ooh,
Bruno's sending me all sorts of horrible things.
that's an interesting thing, isn't it? I remember
To boost or not to boost.
when I first tested card battles, I was really worried about trashing cards because I was thinking it costs me $50 every time I trash. But what's your advice with that? Is it something players should worry a lot about, or?
Well, we didn't want to make it cost nothing.
Yes,
otherwise you could
course.
cycle through whatever endlessly till you got the thing you wanted. So it's sort of meant to be a bigger cost early on, so you can't just build your perfect starting hand.
Yes.
But later on, it's more a time sink that you have to do it, and then you've got the time penalty while that card space fills in. It's a few seconds. I can't remember exactly what the number is, but the cost is more an early game thing, and the time is more a late game thing. If you're
Right.
really digging for that
Yes.
Moab Mauler that you
I guess I was thinking it's probably. I think when I first tested card battles, I was a bit worried about it. But as I played more, I felt that cost didn't really matter that much, and I should just not worry about it. Trash a card if I needed to trash a card.
No, you've got it stuff.
Ooh, that was a nice rush.
No, not nice.
No, he's got it. He's got it fine.
He boosted though. You
I balloon boosted as well.
pulled the boost out.
Yeah, no, I mean that it's a valid concern, and you know it is almost like a beta release.
Yes.
It's feature complete and will work like this, but there'll be a fair bit of fine tuning as we go on, I think.
Okay. And the games that Bruno and I have played testing it here at Ninja Kiwi, I think we found it incredibly fun, and seems to be very well balanced, really, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
it gives a very fresh feeling for battles, since you can have many different monkeys on the same map, but you could never have more than 4 before this.
that's true, isn't it? You can now have more than 4 monkey types in your deck.
Yep, that's a vital thing to notice.
So hopefully these questions won't distract you too much from the gameplay, because that was a bit of a camo zebra rush there.
Camo rainbow.
Camo rainbow,
That's all right.
even.
This may kill me. It might have to boost. I'm not sure I'm going to pop this.
Yeah, you'll be fine with
You'll be
the
fine.
Okay.
So what was it that gave you the idea for BTD Battles in the first place?
Right, so the original version of Battles, right?
Yes.
The good old classic.
The good old
I mean,
classic.
that's going back a fair way now, obviously. But but BTD 5, just thought that I've always loved, as you know, my real-time strategy games. We've played a lot of StarCraft and Warcraft together.
We did.
over the years, Lockie and I, and you know, I just wanted to create. I don't want to go as far as saying e-sport, but I wanted to create a competitive version of the game to see if it was possible.
Yes.
And with the tower defense, it's a real tricky one because you're kind of fighting the Bloons. Because normally you'd have like the Zerg versus the Protoss, or whatever,
Yes,
the Orcs versus the humans, or whatever, humans versus humans, or whatever your favorite version is of your game. And so we just threw around a few ideas just to see if it would work, and of course we made the Flash version, which turned out to be pretty popular, and it was immensely popular for a while.
Yeah, I heard it was actually just like a test game at first.
Well, we wanted to see if it was possible to make a competitive, basically real-time online multiplayer experience. And I think we succeeded in that. And what we're seeing, you know, on the mobile version is a lot more polished and a lot more because there's the random tower and things like that. It already plays a little bit like a card game in some respects.
Definitely.
But yeah.
Well, I think you've been hugely successful. The game has an incredibly loyal fan base, people who just love it, and it works well on a competitive level. We have the mobile King of the Hill players who organise their own tournaments around it. I think we could definitely say it's been a big success.
I'll tell you
in
what,
that way.
I love the King of the Hill, and we will support them as much as we can. You know, it's just that there's always something bigger seems to come up. So I love the idea of tournaments. I love the idea of people showcasing, you know, the very best stuff, which is why I thought the tournament you guys did was just so cool. But of course, it was very exclusive, and you know, we want to get in the guys who aren't necessarily the most whatever. They don't run a big YouTube channel. They're just like expert gamers.
Yes.
And you know, I don't know if we'd ever reach the sort of pro level where people would get paid, but I'd love to just, you know, I've watched those old YouTube vids of Ryan Zoo and all that, and I just think they're exciting to watch. If you're someone shoutcasting it and you've got the best like micromanagement gaming, it's just really fun. And I'm really proud to even just be part of it, let alone, you know, be one of the creators of it. So.
And I just missed a little thing. You guys were friends at school, right?
We were friends, yeah. I mean, Lockie's a couple of years on me. You're more my brother's age, but you know, when we moved to Auckland in the '80s, and you were, you know, one of the first sort of friends of the family. So.
So you've been.
We go back a long way.
Actually, I guess we could tell that
cool.
story. I met Stephen's brother Chris, who is the other co-founder of Ninja Kiwi, and we have a separate video interview with him, which you can check out on our channel. I met Chris. It was his first day at a new school, and I remember the teacher said to me, "Can you show Chris around?" And I think we were 11 years old, so roughly that age.
True, that was Chris.
Yeah, that was
so
Chris.
Cool.
And then I would have met you soon after, and we used to spend a lot of time together. I remember when we were growing up, you were already designing games, Stephen. You used a program called Hypercard.
Hypercard on the Mac. I tell you what, that's got a lot to be thankful for. We didn't have a PC. We didn't have all the latest consoles. We just had a Mac.
Yeah.
And but that made us fiercely Mac people for a while. It had that tiny little screen and it was black and white, but it was a high res. And on the Mac Plus, it was high res, and it was the sound quality was beautiful. Like, it wasn't bleeps and blops; they were actual recorded sound. And there was a program called Hypercard, and you could basically it was essentially a very, very early version of Flash. So if anyone who's used Flash to develop games would know a little bit what it's like. So there was, you could drag and drop elements, you could put little code snippets on them to make things happen. So, I'd draw a dungeon and there'd be a door and it would click it. Like point and click games were kind of, like little RPGs were actually relatively easy to make. So it kind of enabled the creativity to kind of blossom a little bit.
That's awesome. I do remember you made some very, very cool adventure games. And we were so young, so you were already very passionate about game design.
Yeah, I always have been. I think it's just been a lifelong kind of. I've just been a student of that kind of stuff for a long, long, long time, and it's so incredibly satisfying to work professionally in it now.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, definitely.
So we have a question that's come up a few times with our viewers. What should they do if they wanted to work, perhaps for Ninja Kiwi, or if they wanted to get into game design in general?
So,
He was trying to run away from that question.
yeah, no, it's a really good question, and I highly encourage anyone who wants to get into this industry that they should make a good go of it. Initially, you'd probably decide whether you're going to be a programmer or you're going to work sort of more during the graphics of it, and you may end up doing both. But because of the rise of the mobile world, there are a lot of one-man band, two-man band, like small outfits who can produce world-class multi-million-dollar hits. Or, you don't have to make tons of money. Some people, you just want to work in the industry. My path was to go to do a course that was dedicated in game development. It wasn't like just generic computer science work. It was really about the industry and stuff. And that was really, really valuable to me. I'd already done other things, but if you were just starting out, then there are definitely courses available all over the world. New Zealand's pretty far behind in that respect. You could have already done that kind of stuff. So you'd get a qualification, and then you'd basically decide whether you wanted to work for someone or for yourself.
Right.
And you could have your main job and you do games on the side, or you could really just try and just jump fully into it and just try and get a job at somewhere like Ninja Kiwi. Obviously, a cold email is probably just going to get the response of we're not looking for anyone right now. Like, that's the most common sort of thing. Make sure these balloons don't get past. Should be right. I'm going to throw you a BFB just because it's about that.
Do it. Just
I know we do have viewers of all ages on our channel. We get comments from very young people and older people, but I think there is a segment of our audience, quite a large one, who are probably in their final years of school and thinking about what they're going to do next. So I think your advice is fantastic. Perhaps to think about whether they're more creative, designy, or more technical kind of programming, and to look at courses. There are some great game design courses.
And depending on where you live, a lot of good game companies are always looking for the best people. So you'd somehow, if you loved it and you felt you were really good at it too, that would be a plus.
Yes. Passion.
Absolutely.
So this game is looking quite intense. You've ended up going
round 32.
To round 32.
We can almost call it late game.
I would call this late game.
Oh no, I'm losing less. What are we doing?
No.
Am I going to get an easy win here? We've just been talking and stuff, so it's not been super competitive. But what's your eco up to?
900, not that much.
Yeah, no, you're above me. I've been talking too much.
I've been distracting him.
I was just waiting for this.
Spectre.
You've got a Spectre, and you've got Super
Let's send him out of the screen. Come back.
Yeah, no, he's
Yeah, there we go.
So,
yeah, go on.
what is your... You said you made this deck this morning a new deck for the interview?
Well, it was actually, we were on a call with the Dundee guys. And
Okay.
I saw that the game was almost ready, and I downloaded the latest version and just quickly threw it together. There's really there's really nothing that special to it. I certainly don't have Spectres and Super Monkey Fan Clubs in this deck, so I will almost certainly lose this game, no matter what I do at this point.
But doesn't the Super Monkey Fan Club come on the default deck? No, it's a card you have to add.
Does it not come?
I think
No.
I think it does.
I don't think it's in the starter deck, but
It's
you
not,
can.
okay.
You
Do
can
you want to
easily
talk?
add it.
Should we talk a little about how the cards unlock it? Maybe people have some fears about
Yeah,
being
that's a good idea. No,
That's
that's a
great.
good idea.
Hold on, I'm probably going to lose here. So I need to boost. Can I boost? Yeah, I've got to boost.
I think you're right. I think one of the things people have perhaps been concerned about in the feedback that we've seen on the teaser images and so on that have been put out over the last few days is will this update change the game in any way?
Well, that's a great question, and I hope people had enough faith in us to realise we weren't going to change the game that we love so much, which is Bloons BTD Battles. So this is Card Battles. It's a new game mode, just in the way that Arenas was a new game mode. You can still play defensive, you can still play assault, you can still play you can play battle arenas, and the things that people love. The classic, the core of the game is unchanged. The only things we would do there would be occasional balance tweaks, and we haven't done. I don't know if there are many, if any, in this update. But this is all about card battles. It's a game mode that we basically came up with because we thought it was time, and we've been trying to make cards work in Bloons for a long time.
Yes.
Like
You have something to show, I think.
almost as long as I better boost again, or shall I just let myself die?
Boost,
Oh no,
boost.
I keep thinking they're on the final straight there, but they're not.
Oh man.
Whoa.
Yeah, you got
There was the
some layer in
BFBs
there.
that I was looking at, and the other one snuck through. There's a guy in Dundee, Ali, who's he's one of the artists. He's a talented guy. He's part of the Ninja Kiwi team, and he does some really awesome creative stuff. And he, off his own time, sort of put together what he thought might be a cool idea for a Bloons card game, and it's more Hearthstone than Bloons, but he sent over the images, and Chris and I basically printed them out on card and snipped them up.
Wow.
And tried to make it work as an actual card game. I've got some cards here, and they're hilarious. I'll just hold up a couple, like as a Bloon Chipper one. This is not ever going to be anything, unfortunately. But just that kind of thing. The special agents. There's actually a whole
Yeah,
box.
if
of
you
them.
show the box,
Yeah.
There's 100. It took a long time to cut these up, and we
You
tried
cut
to
them
make.
all.
we had to cut them
That's
up.
amazing. There are literally hundreds and hundreds
There
of
are
cards
hundreds.
there.
And such was our dedication to make a card game involving Bloons, whether it be sort of Hearthstone collection opening packs, or whether it was more sort of fast-paced, real-time type gameplay. And I think that a game trying to make this work for battles or for Bloons, however, it's a bit like trying to hit a square peg into a round hole. Like there's certain elements of the game that make it good and fun, and
Yes.
we'd have to almost cut out all of those.
Right.
And so with card battles, we had the idea that you'd have a card that was contextual. If you played it on your side, it would be a tower, and the other side would be a balloon. And I really like the idea of you seeing both. It's almost like two sides to the card, although we didn't do that obviously. But you can imagine that sort of flipping over. I play it as a balloon, or my side as a, and we let the computer simulation figure out everything else, like income changes,
Yes.
So I really love the idea. I'm so glad that we actually managed to make it work. I hope you guys like it and do some good vids on it. Obviously, classic battles is always going to probably be king, but this is a mode that I personally find kind of more enjoyable to play. I was able to play when we got to round whatever it was, and neither of us were really concentrating on the game. Whereas battles it's a little bit more hardcore, a little bit more intense. You got to think about upgrading towers and constant worries about your eco, whether it's farms or whatever. Whereas this is more like It plays a little bit more like, I want to say Hearthstone or something like that, which is a fantastic game, obviously. But it has that element of chance in it. So what's going to come next?
Yes.
Who is able to think on their feet fast enough to use what they've been given to get the most out of it? And I think that's what makes a really good card game. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it. It's been a lot of fun designing it and watching it come together.
Well,
Almost
I think,
there.
I mean, I'm a huge fan of card battles over the last few weeks. As Bruno and I have had the privilege of being able to test some of the development versions. It's so much fun to play, and I'm so excited for for this release. Can't wait for everyone to play it, and let us know in the comments what you think. Should we have one more game?
Sure.
Should we do
Yeah,
it?
Let's go for
I made a new deck that I want to try.
A new deck.
I'm probably gonna die with it. But I think it's a cool
All right.
thing.
Well, let's go. I'm going to try and I'm
Okay.
going to play for keeps, but it's still
I'm
going to be
hanging around.
it's still going to be with this bad
Okay.
deck. So
There's a lot of fun to be had even in the deck building, don't you
Yeah.
think?
Oh,
It's
that's
really,
the thing, you
really
know.
cool.
because normally you'd have your staples in battles, and then there's sort of that one random one where you might go, oh well, I got chipper or ace or something.
Yes.
You go out and in.
I go up. But in this, it really is. There's so many different combinations of the ways that you could play the game, and we'll constantly look at balancing things. And did we touch on how the cards are unlocked, or is that?
No, we haven't talked about that yet, and it might be good.
Well, you don't have to buy card packs or anything like that. It's all completely free to play. The starter set, we'll call it the starter set, is
So yeah, all the cards you guys seen me like scrolling
Yeah.
through up and down.
they're all unlocked for free when you play it, basically. There are some that will require you to unlock that tower in regular battles first,
Right.
like a tier 3 or 4. If there was the Spectre card that you had, you'd need to have Spectre unlocked in regular battles.
So you would have had to have accumulated enough medallions and
Yep.
battle score to be able to unlock those towers
if
in
you're a-
regular battles.
If you're a completely fresh player, you'll have a. I think the starter deck gives it all anyway. But if you wanted to swap cards in and out, there will be some that will be unavailable until you've earned them through play.
Right.
Right, let's do this. I've only got one bar of
Do you want to
Wi-Fi.
play it?
No, you guys have a rematch. I think it's good.
I don't like Ice Flow, but
I got to play the games versus Chris the other day, so
oh, you're using your skip.
I think Steve.
Very
Steve and
gentleman.
Bruno can
Yes,
play this.
Hydro Dam. This is my only chance to win, is to just get a cheeky victory.
Ooh, Hydro Dam.
Right.
It's really cool to see the names of the maps there too in this new update. It's looking great.
It is,
Little
yeah. Some
preview.
people have been
Yeah.
referring to them as that for years, and
What?
we thought let's just call them what they are. Oh, these are terrible
Oh, that
cards.
map,
to
it looks
start
beautiful. It looks beautiful.
with. I'm gonna have to trash a few.
So blue.
I have my fart monkey, but it's gonna take a while to be able to build it.
Yeah, you need to. It's funny, isn't it, that there's that
Oh, that's just an awful.
weighing
spot.
up the starting towers. Like a 0-0 dart monkey, it won't last you very long. I mean, it might pop the first round or two of Bloons, but if you
I'm not gonna use this card.
sometimes it's better to wait a little bit until you've got enough money. Maybe you even leak a couple of lives. I see both of you guys have
Yeah.
chosen to leak a couple of lives.
Well, I leaked 2 and he leaked only 1.
Yeah.
Well,
But I think he's gonna struggle more than I.
my tax. I don't have it. Yeah, I'm not happy about this at all. But
It's a tough map. I've definitely been thinking that I want to have different decks set up for different maps.
what are you doing? That's
That-
the only thing I can do.
That Pink Rush card is really, really great. I've
Where's
been
my-
using that a lot. Was that the bomb
The
tower?
thing is, if you do the same to me, I'm absolutely powerless.
Okay, I'm not gonna wait for my Airbus. I'm just gonna place my monkey there.
When you have in a card game, you might just have a poor starting hand, and that's one of the things that separates kind of an okay player with a really good player is one who is able to make good uses out of. Oh,
Yeah, of what you get.
I should probably. Is that gonna
Oh,
ricochet in the
I
right
think
direction?
that's really good.
1,000. Why is that 1,000? That's not good. Okay. You've been very polite. You haven't attacked me with anything.
I didn't get any good like sending
You've got a
goods.
sub as well, and it's not even advanced intel. Oh, it is. Is it?
No, it's not advanced
No,
intel.
it's not
It's
advanced
just
intel.
sitting there, just waiting for stuff to come.
It's 0-2? No, 1-2.
Tell me, is this a good placement for this
I
boomer?
think
Because
it's
I feel like it is.
I would have put it where you have your
Tack shooter.
tack shooter.
It's too late now. It's too late for me.
But
Because it's only
it's-
going to bounce in one direction, so it's
Yeah.
actually going to leave a lot of stuff unhit. Yeah. I used to play a lot of battles, but the stresses of work and life, I can't keep up with you guys. I just can't. I'm going to put the jugger here. I think that's pretty good.
I think that's quite good.
But I would like to.
Did you bring any boats?
I do. I've got a few, but
They haven't come up yet.
no, I've got 2 boats, and I trashed one of them as Bloons because it was 1,000. I feel like it's maybe a little overpriced. So watch this space.
First time I do some eco, yes.
So some balance changes possibly still to come.
Have some reds.
Oh, you've got
Oh,
a
no.
yellow card. That is
Oh,
awesome.
no.
Oh my god, that is a huge rush.
That's a
It
huge
is.
rush.
I didn't have enough money for anything, but you popped it all.
Yeah, but I had to boost, and that's my second boost.
Got a
It's
boost.
2 boosts down.
Yeah, but that's what they're for. You don't. There's no point in having them after the fact. I don't like the look of this at all. No sir, no sir. Okay.
Oh, regions are hard with
Like
the
that.
ricochet.
That's gonna be too
Could
late.
be a
This is
boost.
going to
No.
cost a bit of money here.
Ooh.
I really need to get some
I
money.
That's gonna help
I
me
found
out.
that selling cards is...
You reckon I'll put that there? Don't know.
Sorry, selling towers that you've built is... I'm doing that a lot
It's
more
not-
in card
it's not
battles.
a bad idea, yeah.
Just because you obviously can't upgrade. Rather than upgrading, you're
Yeah.
going to swap it out for a different card. So I found that I've definitely been selling more than I do in standard battles.
That was such a dumb place for the boat.
No, I think it's...
I needed to have it so it could reach the main track, but it does have grapes on deck. So is it
Yeah, it's
actually
1-1.
shooting grapes?
Yeah, it must be.
Why isn't it called? Oh yeah. So I really needed to have it in range of these guys here. My eco's terrible. I haven't been paying attention.
Ooh,
That was worth a bit.
that's a good eco
The
card. Was that the boomer?
Yeah, Bionic Boomer's a great tower, obviously, but it is quite a good eco card as
Good
well.
eco
So you
card
have
too.
to kind of decide. Oh,
Yes.
do I want to go all in a little bit or?
I found that in my starting deck, the Spike Factory, the 0-0 Spike Factory, is quite a good eco card, I think, for reds.
Pop this.
Costs you maybe $600 or $700.
Oh my god! Oh
And
dear
you get
lordy.
40.
I should have boosted, but I didn't. And that's where the choice comes in.
When you
So-
realize you have to boost, sometimes it's too late.
Was that just regular zebras?
Zebras?
From the
From the
triple
dart,
shot?
yeah, triple dart.
Yeah, no, I should have just boosted.
All right, let's go one more then.
The
Shall
thing
I
is,
play
when they
quick
layer
one
one over
quick
each other, it's hard
Alright.
to see.
Let's do it. Let's do it. A rematch.
Hydrodon is such a nasty map.
Did you build a new deck while we were chatting?
Yes, I built 2 new decks.
So I've still got my original deck.
It's number 1.
Great.
Snowy
Try
castle.
number 2 or number 3.
Oh, but that's your deck. I don't know what's in it.
Look at number 3.
Number 3. Okay. Wow.
Are you gonna get far enough to use that?
I don't know.
No, I go for your
I
classic
see
deck.
quite a lot of gold
Deck.
over here. Henry.
Okay, I'm going to play my deck because Bruno's deck looks awesome actually. I'd love to test that out at some point.
I think it can be quite fun, but it can be like quite hard to get.
The color
Long enough
The
to-
colors of the cards are just how much the tower costs.
Right.
So there's an element of like rarity, I guess, to it. If you see a lot of golds, then you know somebody's
Got expensive stuff.
got expensive
Yeah.
stuff. Hopefully that's.
That's a good visual cue, so I can be kind of looking for the
Yeah, you can glance at your own hand and see like if you've got a lot of purples and golds, then you're probably going to want to trash a few things.
trash a few things. Yes, and the reds are good because those can be.
You put your tank shooter so far away.
It's because the balloons. Did you see? I
Yes,
only
but-
had enough money to build it right at the end. I know it would be better earlier on. I would have had to leak some lives though if I did that. I managed to catch.
No, but what I mean is, you put it too far away from the tip of the track, so you have like 3 tacks that are shooting this way that could hit more balloons.
Okay. Oh no! Look at
Do you
this.
like my double tack sprayer? I reckon that can shut down most things.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the 1-1 dart. You're fine. Sorry, the 0-0 dart.
I'll be
All good.
fine. Hopefully, I'll be fine. I seem to have got a Moab Mauler. I don't need that right now. I'm just going to have to trash some cards. The Juggernaut could be useful. I think the Airburst darts could be that might
gonna be
save
great.
me. Yeah.
Deary me.
We did a video not long ago, and we talked about the fart monkey, the Airbus farts.
Well, it was Super John Bombo who coined that, I think,
Yeah.
a long time ago. Yeah, I think he might even have been accidental, although I'm never sure with Chris whether it's accidental or just his wacky sense of humour. He's pretty awesome though.
Yeah.
So awesome. We've been playing so many games with him, like on card battles now.
Yeah, I've been enjoying watching his videos for years. It's good stuff.
Yes. Yeah, and he's built his whole channel on Bloons games
What's
basically.
your screen?
Oh my
Just in
goodness!
case.
I was looking
I
away.
didn't want you to lose by.
I think
not-
Stephen just saved my life because I was gazing up at the camera and just thinking about Super John Bomber. It was thank you, Stephen. I would have died actually. It was very, very.
Well, you would have
courteous
lost
of
some
you.
lives. I don't know if you
I seem
would
to
have
have,
died.
like I'm having to trash a Super Monkey fan club. I just don't seem to have. I've got a lot of eco cards here. Maybe not enough attack cards.
Look at that, 100 reds.
Oh, something I noticed
Camorigo reds.
quite quickly. Camorigo reds. Something I noticed quite quickly was that a lot of the Bloon sends are around earlier than they are in regular battles.
Like right
Yeah.
now.
Like right now, I've got a lead. I'm going to send a lead because I can.
got
Just
no-
because you can.
And I have no ability to proc
And
them.
normally it would be round 10. Mind you, I just realised as I sent that I also don't have any lead popping power, and I actually used. I think I used a.
Oh, you don't either. I should have done the same to you.
I used a Monkey Apprentice, which could have been my lead popping power.
Yep.
So it was a bit cheeky actually of me to send that.
So when the Bloons are available, there's going to be something we can go play with a little bit. There may be some cards which cost a bit more, or they have a bigger eco penalty, but
Yes.
maybe you'll get a
Yeah.
round earlier or something.
That's good.
But the default is one round sooner than regular battles because you
Ah,
seem
okay.
to have the ability to defend things.
Uh-huh.
It was just
Yeah, I noticed that some towers are cheaper to build. Like for
Yep.
example,
Yep.
I don't know, the Ray of Doom. It costs like how much was it?
That one might be a little underpriced, but
Yeah.
enjoy it while you can.
It's like 30,000, I think.
Yeah,
And only the
whereas
upgrade.
the upgrade is
55.
Is 50. Yeah, it was
One,
And the temple costs 100,000, and
which is
if you-
quite close to the actual.
No, if you want to build one, you're gonna have to pay
because
120.
it's actually a 4/2, isn't
Yes,
it?
that's true. But
No,
but it's,
more, even 130.
I guess what I'm saying is it's closer to the.
Generally, they'll be
price
cheaper than
than-
what you would have had to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying the reduction in eco penalty when sending Moabs. I think it's a reduction anyway. Like
Yes,
a standard
the
Moab.
penalty. Yeah, we found
penalty's
that it was
about-
just hurting the game a bit. Like it was a little bit too much all in at that point.
Yes.
And farming. We haven't done much farming in card battles yet. I'm looking forward to seeing whether people can make farms work. As well
I
as
tried
they
to play
can.
sometimes with farms against him, and it was quite interesting, I guess.
But normally, when you play
But-
farms, you have the ability to send BFBs and
Yes.
whatnot without too much.
I'm feeling.
You just buy and sell them.
Without like you can send a BFB on every round and still have enough money to build defenses.
Oh, I didn't.
While
know
if you play with only eco, you cannot do that because you just destroy all your eco.
Yes. Yes.
So this is the way I play this. It's been mostly eco, and I just thought that, I mean I like late game, but I want card battles to play a little faster than regular battles, generally
Yes.
speaking, and games that end even on round 5, 6, and 7 will happen, and you might just get a bad draw or whatever, but it is quite exciting to win that early. Like with regular battles against somebody who knows what they're doing, there's no chance, right? There's just no chance. And so in the game we had before, you boosted twice, but it was the correct use and timing of the boost, and that prevented an early loss. So it's one of those things where you need to just,
you would have survived as well if you used your boost earlier. So it's
I
all
may
about
have.
that.
I don't know. I may have.
Yeah.
I may not have, but
The
I'm really digging the tax sprayer at the moment.
attack sprayer.
But if,
The attack sprayers seem to be doing really, really well. You've also got the
got a Ring of Fire.
Ring of
as well,
Fire
just a
card.
cheeky little
I haven't-
F4.
I haven't actually used the Ring of Fire card yet in the battles that I've played. There's still quite a lot. I mean, I'm loving this update. There's still so much for me to explore, and Bruno and I have been lucky enough to test a little bit over the last few weeks. So, and yet I still feel like there's a lot of new stuff to explore, which is
Yeah.
really, really great. And I
I
think
look forward to seeing what you guys come up with in terms of strats and all your, all the YouTube guys and other sort of experts of the game. I hope they enjoy it. I hope that it's not perceived as just for super casual. I think there's definitely scope for mastery of this game and taking
Yes.
the game to new places. So we'll keep a careful eye on that. In terms of new towers, new cards rather, it's there's heaps of scope for doing interesting stuff, whether it's just because we've obviously not put in every upgrade for every tower, which we don't want to do, but there's definitely a few that we've kind of deliberately held back.
Yes.
And as well as things like how much eco you get and what round you can send, there's a lot of little levers we can play with to make some interesting stuff.
Yeah, I'm very interested in seeing zebras and
Oh my
rainbows.
goodness, I might need to boost
A
this.
couple of rounds earlier, that's gonna be
What
fun.
are you boosting? There's nothing on that.
Oh, on your screen. On my screen, I was seeing a lot of stuff.
So you
Just naturals, I think. But
Okay.
I'm not sure if I had enough defense.
Can you pop a mow it?
I don't know. It's going to be harder because I just boosted.
No,
It'd
you're,
be a
you're
great
gonna
time
be
to
fine.
send.
With
Can't
one
afford
more,
it.
you're gonna be fine.
Can't afford it. With one more, you reckon? Okay. Alright. Well, I'll just keep working on the eco.
Okay.
He's gonna struggle a lot with the BFB though.
Wait. What? Stephen is?
No, you.
You,
I'm just
yes.
trying him to send you a BFB.
Do I have one in
Did
this
you
deck?
bring the BFB card? If you've got the starter deck, the Whirlwind Wizard
True.
is a BFB card in the
But
starter
be
deck.
careful with the Whirlwind Wizard. It doesn't have camo detection.
That's right. There's a few sneaky little things in there. The other one is that I've noticed is the Glade Ricochet
does not have a lead
lead
popping.
popping power.
That was a deliberate choice. Maybe
Yeah.
there'll be a variant in the future that will, but it's like it wanted to keep the cost down and not make it so that it wasn't so obvious. If you want to go Bionic Boom or Glade Ricochet,
Yeah.
there will actually be there is quite a big price difference now.
Yes.
It's only 400 or so, but
Yeah, you're probably gonna
Ricochet
need
definitely.
both if you're going boomer.
Yep.
And look at that.
Look at that. I just dropped a reactor sub and it automatically submerged.
You guys were bugging me about that for ages, so we
Yeah.
finally did it, and definitely in the card battles context, that's the only way it should work, really, because the Tier 4 version has no other purpose than that.
Exactly.
Whereas at least
Exactly.
the previous ones you may want to have not submerged. at
If you
times.
want to do it for the regular type battles, we wouldn't complain.
I think that's on the list, especially for the Tier 4.
Yeah, especially for new players. We've seen so many new players like buying the reactor and they don't know how to submerge.
All right, see if you can deal with 4 Moabs.
No! Okay,
I reckon you'll be alright.
You think?
Yeah, look at them. They're actually quite squishy before round
Wow,
30.
which card was that?
That was the Monkey Pirates.
Okay, that's a good one.
Which is
Okay.
really good anti-BFP. I mean, if you've got one of those and they send a cheeky BFP, you throw that down, boom, grappling hook, you just nom it all up.
Yes.
Yum, 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 yum.
Oh, what's happening here? This is just
This
neutral
is
stuff.
natural
Naturals.
Moabs. I've used all my boosts. This is getting bad.
I've still got 3 boosts. Am I going to lose with 3 boosts?
Oh man, you have all the ceramics at the end. But you have a flash bomb.
Yeah. I just managed to get a super monkey
I
fan.
lost a bit of eco with that.
But
With
I
that
don't.
Moabs in.
I only had three dart monkeys. Hold on, actually, but that's a good thing with the
0 dark.
yeah 0 dart monkey can actually be a super monkey fan.
Yes,
That's-
and
that's
that was
pretty
the
cool.
original intention of the
Aye,
upgrade.
aye, aye. Except
Was that you'd just have a bunch of cheapies and you upgrade them, but of course the triple
Oh,
shot's
this
still
is bad.
powerful.
This is bad. I've used all my boosts and
Put your second giant first, man. Is attacking.
oh, my second joke.
Yeah.
Am I going to win by default?
It's
Oh,
on-
ceramic
it's on, it was on last. I don't remember putting it on last.
Yeah, you put it on
That's
that, which
crazy.
was probably a good idea
Oh.
at first, but it's a terrible idea now.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I don't know what I
Oh,
was,
that flash bomb
what
is
I was
saving
doing. I
you.
don't know what I was
Is
doing.
it gonna be enough?
Is it going to be enough? I've almost got one more super.
You
monkey
get all
fan
sorts of setups that you would never see in a regular battles game, right?
I just love that aspect
It's
of
just,
it.
it's like, it's quite, I feel like it's got something there, which is sort of,
There's something
really unique.
beautiful about it, really. I mean, like, look, you've got 2 rings of fire in it, and the configuration, the screen, it just looks amazing.
I've got
These
these,
fucking jugs, and they're
I've got
doing
these,
such a good
I've
job.
got these 1/1 Buccaneers, which, I mean, you wouldn't normally keep. I might have to boost here to be safe. I'm not sure I trust these towers full assault. Yeah.
The 1/1 Buccaneers is
Yeah, because
very
once you hit
powerful
round 30, there's, they got the full hit points, and then it goes up from there. And the ones you send are no longer nerfed in hit points as well. So, yeah, it's game on from round 30. I think it's round 30 anyway, or one of those rounds. You guys probably know better than I do.
32 is the one that That sends a little ceramics. No, 31.
No. It was so close, huh? It was so close.
You got no boost, so with 4 gnomes.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, you've got that. Oh, I can't beat you if you've got
No, you
that.
can beat me if I've got that. I've got no boosts left.
Well, let's see if we do another 4 gnomes. But I reckon you've got. I think you've got enough.
But I
gnomes
just
here.
used it, so I sold it and I swapped it out.
Here's Super
for-
Monkey. They all got gnomed up.
Spectre.
The Spectre's pretty powerful.
Spectre's pretty
I
good.
am Bond. James Bond.
Well, the reason we called it Spectre was because that's actually what they another name for the AC-130 kind of gunship.
True.
If you've ever
Do you-
played,
do you need-
oh lordy,
Are you going to boost or are you going to be okay?
oh where's my?
Have you got a boost? Because I don't have any boosts left, but you could.
Boost, please.
Wow.
I just slaughtered all my income by sending you a BFB. Oh no, yeah, I did. I sent you that BFB.
No! Oh, that was such a close end.
It was quite close. And I'm
Wow.
blameless. It wasn't my balloons that killed you. So good game.
No,
guys.
I think.
Oh,
good
you can
game.
actually now say, good game!
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's-
Finally!
that was kind of a bug that was never in. So sorry about that. It was just like well done or something.
Yes.
No, but as a gamer, you want to say
Yeah,
good
at the
game.
end it's good
I
game.
totally get that.
Good game
It's
is
so
nice.
cool that
But I
it's
think
enough.
you can still say well done, but good game, thanks, whatever, sorry, because
Yeah.
and then just laugh, or is it a smile?
I don't know, I always took it as a smile. I wouldn't take it as a laugh.
To me,
Like, when people laugh at you, it
it
sounds
does-
mean. So I always think like
it does look a
smile.
little bit laughy.
I think they can be
It's
however
happy,
you
maybe.
interpret it.
Yes,
I
a
think
happy emoticon.
the context, which is what I like about
I think-
these emotes, is that if you're obviously not friends and you're being mean to each other, it can be a bit of a mock. But if it's kind of a friendly game, then it's and those games like Hearthstone and similar have done things like that where like mistakes were made.
Yeah.
Like anyway.
Emotes have been really well received. I think we love them in the stream.
We really do.
People send us emotes at the start and end of all the games that we play
That's cool.
against our fans, and they're really great. We enjoy them. Hey, Stephen, thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview with us.
You're most
thumbs
welcome.
up.
We appreciate it so much, and I'm sure our viewers will enjoy
Yeah,
this
guys,
video.
hope you guys enjoy
incredibly.
it. Leave a comment if you want to ask him more questions. Just
Maybe
maybe he will join the video and answer them. You never know.
Maybe we'll do a round 2 at some point. Okay,
All right.
awesome.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you.
Yay.